to the wreck of the Titanic. Earlier, the US Coast Guard said that the vessel may only have 40 hours of breathable air left for the 5 people on board. Well, ships and planes are scouring the ocean around 640 kilometres off the coast of Newfoundland in Canada. The search area is as large as the US state of Connecticut. Officials say an underwater search vessel has now been launched. Well, the Titanic, which sank in 1912, lies nearly 4,000 metres below the surface. On Sunday, all contact with it was lost, with the sub about an hour and 45 minutes into its dive. Our correspondent Jessica Parker has this report on the daunting task that is now facing rescuers.
These are the last known photos of the Titan submersible. They were taken on Sunday morning, just before it began its descent. An hour and 45 minutes later, contact was lost. It's a 5-man capsule that people crawl into. This was filmed by the BBC last year. It shows people being bolted in from the outside. The sub then plunges into the ocean's depths. Those on board are believed to be the British billionaire Hamish Harding, British businessman Shahzada Daoud and his son, French explorer Paul-Henri Najolet, and this man, Stockton Rush, the chief executive of the expedition company Ocean Gate.
It's basically a Sony PlayStation-style controller.
Here he is in a 2022 CBS documentary showing how the vessel was operated via a games console, while construction pipes were used for ballast.
This is an experimental sub. People are informed that it's very dangerous down there.
Questions about the safety of the sub are now inevitably being raised. But for now, the focus is simply on trying to find the vessel. One Coast Guard official I've been speaking to described the search as like looking for a needle in a haystack.
The area that we search is roughly about the size of Connecticut. As we continue on with the search, we're expanding our capabilities to be able to search under the water as well.
The sub was towed out to sea from Newfoundland before arriving at the wreck site on Sunday. It then began its dive in coordination with a mother ship, the Polar Prince. Once a vessel goes below 1,000 metres, it'll be in darkness, no light. Farther down is the Titanic wreck, 3,800 metres under the North Atlantic. Mike Rees is one of the few people who've made the trip before. He describes reaching the bottom of the ocean.
When you touch bottom, you don't really know where you are. And again, the compass immediately stopped working and was just spinning around. And so we had to flail around blindly at the bottom of the ocean, knowing the Titanic was somewhere there, but it is so pitch dark.
In the sea's murkiest reaches, this is what people pay nearly £200,000 to see. Ocean Gate Expeditions says it's getting help from government agencies and deep-sea companies, and it's praying for the crew's safe return. Jessica Parker, BBC News in Boston.
Well, Captain Jamie Frederick from the 1st Coast Guard District has been speaking about the latest search efforts and his team's plans for the next 24 hours.
I'll provide a brief recap of our coordinated search efforts for the 21-foot submersible with 5 people on board, along with providing an update on current search efforts and plans for the next 24 hours. On behalf of all the men and women of the United States Coast Guard and our search partners, we offer our most heartfelt thoughts and prayers for the 5 crew members, their families, and their loved ones. Our crews are working around the clock to ensure that we are doing everything possible to locate the Titan and the 5 crew members. Yesterday, we stood up a unified command consisting of expertise from the United States Coast Guard, the United States Navy, Canadian Armed Forces and Coast Guard, and the Titan's parent company, Ocean Gate Expedition. This is a complex search effort which requires multiple agencies with subject matter expertise and specialized equipment. While the U.S. Coast Guard has assumed the role of search and rescue mission coordinator, we do not have all of the necessary expertise and equipment required in a search of this nature. The Unified Command brings that expertise and additional capability together to maximize effort in solving this very complex problem.